Okay, hello. So if there's anything that can bring good old Salty out of the woodwork, it's another update for Dead Air. And I was browsing the Dead Air ModDB page today, just looking for some updates and stuff, and I actually did find something that I want to share with you guys. So first things first, I found this comment here. So for people starving for updates of this mod, here are some things. Here's an interview. Here's some photos of the underground from 3 days ago. The update is supposed to come in the end of the year, and it includes weapon system overhaul, 3 seasons, and a complete overhaul of the cordon, army warehouses, radar, swamps, the Darkscape, and Dark Valley, and more. So, the first thing, 3 seasons, I think they cancelled winter for some reason. For some reason, winter is cancelled and it's not gonna happen, but who knows? But the thing I want to do today is to read this interview. Of course, it's in Russian, so this is like a Google translated version of it. So we're just gonna skim through it. I don't know if I'm gonna read everything, but I'm gonna read the things that seem interesting enough to warrant me reading them, I guess. So this was actually a live broadcast, and I think the guy or the 2 main guys from Dead Air were there, and they were answering players' questions and basically for the Russian community, I would say. So here is a summary of the things that they have said. So first question, are there any plans to include a full storyline in Dead Air? And the answer is, I can't promise, but there are some developments and even a few. There is potential and we're trying to develop it. So I guess Google Translate butchered a bit, but you know, main story with Dead Air, I always kind of like the free roaming part of Dead Air mostly, but I think even if they do a storyline, it's not gonna impede any of that. So will there be new quests? Yes. When is the release? That is actually very important for us. We will try hard to release version 1.0 this year. The very end of the year, so you can actually expect it in by the end of December, I would say, and that is something that I kinda thought would happen, and I think the news for the English community will actually be coming by the end of the year as well. Will the project develop? Yes, I think the project will develop. That probably means that there will be further development on Dead Air, which is cool. Are there plans for massive dungeon network? So there will be an expansion of the laboratory under the generators, which is, I guess, cool. Not really something where I roam around too much, but it's cool. Will there be a settlement for Dark Hollow? Yes, all objects are made from scratch. Changes have been made. I have no idea what Dark Hollow is, so you might as well, speculate with me. I don't know what it is, but it's obviously going to be a new area of the zone or something. Will crafting be expanded? Crafting will remain more or less the same, but there will be new recipes. So again, I'm not too big on crafting, but cool, I guess, cool. What about perks? Will new ones appear or old ones are transformed? Fixes, global extensions, yeah. So I guess the perks will be a little bit reworked, but nothing too much there. What about hardcore? Will prices override? I would like to raise them, it's just that money is earned quite simply. Pricing policy will remain the same, so that probably means that Dead Air won't be any more hardcore than it is, and I think they were hitting that sweet spot for the difficulty actually, so I'm quite okay with that. Will there be any references of some kind of joke, such as screamers or tokens in the form of a doll in the Dead City? I guess there will be some Easter eggs, nothing too interesting about that question. What about Last Standing is being worked? Yeah, that's something that I like to play. He won't. He decided to throw forces on the main mod of the mod will be refined after a 1.0 release, so Last Stand will be unchanged. What is this mode? What happened in the zone? What led to this? The mode is made for yourself for testing weapons. There are no deep meanings in the mod. Wait. Throw forces on the main mod of the mod. So there'll be some sort of testing area and stuff where you can use stuff, I guess. Something like a training sub-menu or something. I'm not sure what they actually mean by this, but it's something, I guess. Well, I saw the information that some locations will be combined into one. Is that true? And are you planning new authors locations? Will be combined in one part of the location Pripyat, Chernobyl power plant, Val territory, reworked Hollow, and redesigned Cordon. I still don't get Hollow. I don't know what Hollow is. Must be the translation of some sort of place in the zone that's already there, but I'm not sure. So how ready is the 1.0 version of the mod? Working stage of development. So quite clear on that. I don't know what to say about that. I just hope they make it by the end of the year. Are there going to be build locations? Objects from builds are used, for example, a factory in Cordon. Is that like, does it mean that some objects that are like present in the game files from other builds of the game will be used in that area? I mean, that's like the only thing that I can figure out, but it might not be it. Is it possible to build Junkyard in that area? We thought about it. If we take up the dump, we will completely redo it. I don't know, is that something about the truck cemetery? I'm not sure, so you guys can guess, or if somebody speaks Russian and can read the actual stuff, he can enlighten us, I guess. Will version 1.0 be final, or will there be support for the project after the release? New versions will be released. Updates will be smaller but more often, as the misery was once developed. So, yeah, pretty clear on that, I would say. Will the devs keep static lighting, or have they already decided to switch to dynamic? So far, the static is still in, I guess. We managed to make a change of seasons on dynamic, but on static we failed. There are also a number of features due to which static is the problem. If I understand this correctly, dynamic lighting is a must. So, yeah. In the beta version of Dead Air, the zone degradation system functions, which gradually destroyed any stalking. I heard that it can be optionally slowed down, but are there any other improvements in this area? Did that actually ever happen? Because I know that zone degradation meme was a thing, but I think it was, somebody explained that it's only like a concept and that it never actually was implemented in Dead Air. But I'm not sure. It might be a new thing in 1.0, so that would actually be interesting. Does the change of seasons, besides the visual, somehow directly affect the gameplay? Not at the moment. This is planned for future releases. Oh god. I already see the autism coming with winter. It's gonna be hypothermia stuff, you know. You will probably have to manage your clothing and stuff like that, which I totally support. What are the problems with the implementation of winter in 1.0? Lightning, presence of paints and so on, reconstruction of effects, everything requires improvement and effort. Not everyone can get to winter. And that is something that is not quite clear to me, because there are some pretty good winter mods, but I guess they reworked some of the zones, so they probably have to use some custom fixes for like the army warehouses because it looks different, so I don't know. If not in version 1.0, when is winter? Next update. Have any new variations on random quests been implemented? That's a no. Are there any other game modes like The Last Survivor? Has the survivor himself undergone major changes? A mode with a different save option is planned, and it will probably be the main one. Their plans. Well, that's probably gonna be something like Iron Man, I guess. I'm not quite sure. What elements of development delayed the release so much? Locations and weapons? Will the overall difficulty of the game increase compared to the beta version? Yes, definitely. Reloading with pouches will be more difficult. Pouches? That's probably like the ammo you put on your belt or something like that, but saying that the overall difficulty will be worse than in the beta, yeah, I'm kind of worried, I have to say. Will the system requirements for the new version increase? Minimum no, maximum yes. Optimization will be yes, all valid developments and mechanics, so probably they will try to optimize it. What other mods based on Call of Chernobyl do the developers consider high quality and interesting? Anomaly and Area. I actually haven't played Area, so there we go. Are there any elements that you liked, probably from the mods above? The mods complete and we take nothing from the competing ones. Mods should be unique and interesting. Played the Golden Ball, that's some Russian mod, probably. No, lack of time. I don't know what the Golden Ball is. Why was it decided at one time to remove the project from the modification rating? Isn't it related to reviews? Did negative reviews greatly affect your emotional state? Does the developer himself consider the resulting criticism justified, constructive? Yes, it's better to hide the discussion on the side and from the ratings than to leave it. There are no complaints about streamers, there will be no CBT, there are in-house testers. Okay, not really something I'm too interested in. Also, will the stupid and blind NPCs who do not see or attack the main character beyond 80 meters be fixed? That is a very valid question for the first version of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And they say it's exaggerated. In general, NPCs will become more accurate, but they will see farther and better. Stealth will remain. We shall see. I have yet to see a Stalker mod that did stealth properly. As far as I know, the balance adjusts to 1 life, but do not forget about 99% of the players who do not play it and consider it uninteresting and a waste of time. So the question was whether the gameplay and complexity turned out to be strongly towards ordinary players due to a love for coolant 1 life mod. So basically hardcore. We do not adapt to 1 life, we make it possible to pass with the first life. I'm not quite sure about the answer here, but the thing I can gather from it is basically that they will not base the balance on hardcore players, which is okay. So most people want a story, but not everyone understands how difficult it is to make it quality. Therefore, the question is, if not the plot, then new unique quests like the wolf and the loudspeaker, and new cyclic quests from merchants and NPCs will be added. Yes, it's quite possible. I don't promise a huge amount. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really ever played it for the quests anyway, but some of them might be cool. It is also not clear why the standard cyclic quests of most of the mods for Call of Chernobyl were not added, such as working as a conductor and a courier. The work as a conductor was unfinished. It was believed that there were a lot of quests and the emphasis was not on quests. I'm not quite sure on what they mean. It's probably the Dr. X quests like fetch quests and stuff like that. What was the reason for the situation on the backwater when Beard, Karn, Sige and the merchant who then comes to Skadovsk ran around everywhere on the heels of the main character? Mod problems? I never actually encountered that one. Quest in the Hollow. Have any work been done in the sense that you came there and Gonta group is stupidly carried forward by the boar's feet? Will this hut be at least somehow protected like the base in 1.0? There will be patrols. The smart will be limited. We'll try to fix it. Hollow, is that like Darkscape? I heard that in version 1.0 the Doctor will sit in his cave and not go anywhere, but in the later days there will be mutants sleeping there that can kill him. Was this affected? If not, then there are already plans. Will there be any new developer caches added? Is it like stashes, probably? Yes. Will the spawn of NPCs in the eastern and central Pripyat be increased, and will there be an opportunity for any merchant technician to be up there? Not yet known. We have not yet reached the overpopulation of the northern territories. After 20 days, as you know, the bandits are going to seize the plant sprout. The location is the bar. Will the bartender, merchant and bandit technician come there later? It already exists. I actually don't know about that. I never saw that happen. Was the entrance courtyard to Laboratory X18 closed when there are 40 warriors there and the poor loner sits and shouts, "Man, don't shoot." Some strange bugs that I've never seen. Will duty later leave the location bar, and will the tunnel where they go will be more protected? No. Is the third system being implemented, or are there still no ideas for the original effect on the player from dehydration? No, it doesn't make sense. There are many effects on the character. Okay. Will the so-called zone degradation last 9 weeks, or are planning to increase it? In the same period, 10 weeks, but it will be possible to stretch the sludge and compress it. So the zone degradation is really a thing here. Will there be adequate graphics? Why was such a palette needed? A matter of taste. We tried to make it original, emphasis on base effects, weather and so on. The color settings will remain. You will be able to adjust the brightness of the sky. Okay, attitude towards others of the project and towards NLC 7, not interested. Played NLC, not interested. NLC, I don't know. How is Lost Alpha? He likes it, I guess. So he's just asking about mods. Gunslinger, he's inspiring. Now we have our own similar developments. We don't take it directly, but there are ideas I like, okay? It's about Ray of Hope. Any mods you're waiting for? Yours? No idea. So what are your plans for Stalker 2? Plans that at least he won't fail, so Stalker 2 won't fail. We don't want to make any plans. We're looking forward to at least a good game. Are you going to do projects on Unreal Engine 4? No. Okay, that's actually a bit sad, because something like Dead Air for Stalker 2 would probably be cool. A lamp, are you planning to add new lights? A lamp was planned but never came to fruition. Okay. Torch, Molotov cocktail, no. There's a summer variation of vegetation. Will it be improved in 1.0? The current summer vegetation is too uniform in flora. You won't be able to make a variety of vegetation, but it will come out better than what it is. Are there any changes in 1.0 in terms of weather? It was gorgeous in the last version, but the night sky, blah blah. The night sky textures were never found to be of high quality. During the development of 1.0, did you borrow any developments from other mods and games, or is everything in the mod unique? If something was taken directly, it will be indicated. From other games, a lot was taken from the subway. Oh, Metro, yeah. The weapon is based on S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but not everything is original and unique there either. How did you get to know Stalker? Not interested. Who spends most time? No. Not really interested in any of these personal questions. What is the most difficult location now? Agroprom. Hollow is likely to be, okay. What do you think about the trailer? Probably the Stalker trailer. Very similar to the fan. I'm very skeptical. It probably means like the fake Russian trailers that appeared before the official Stalker 2 trailer. Is it correct that the project was closed in 2011, or would it be better to continue? I cannot say anything. I have no idea what they're talking about Dead Air. Did you communicate with the devs at GSC? Nope. Will the sources of Dead Air engine be published? Probably when the work on the mod is over. Will there be a rebalancing revision of the need for sleep? Nope. Is it possible in the future to create a base? It's planned. Okay. Will the stealth system be refined, or the principle will remain? One shot without the silencer, and in 1-2 minutes all wild creatures in the location will gather near the hero. Tested many times in army warehouses and vehicle graveyard. They run 20 shot, made for fun. Stealth will be fixed. Do you have any ideas for adding new interesting gameplay features that have not been used, implemented anywhere else? I keep a list, but I don't remember. There is something, okay. How do you feel about projects in the Stalker team on various other platforms like Arma 3 Days in the roleplay genre? Not interested, okay. Are there any plans to rework the emission system? At the moment, the outburst in Stalker has already become a common occurrence, which will surprise no one. For example, change the visual effects or add a damage system for the main characters, such as a brain burnout after each burst, a la S.T.A.L.K.E.R from Clear Sky. No plans for that. Optimization for weak PCs is planned. 3D PDAs. So new weapon and a 3D PDA is in. Mods. Winter footprints. There were ideas, but did not come. It's possible to do though. How did you come up with the idea to do Call of Misery? It suggested itself. Who is a survivor and what happened to the zone? Test mode. I'll not invest meaning. Is there any plot or meaning of the degradation of the zone, or is it just a feature of the mod? This is one of the most successful ideas. It shows the change of the zone. Is the release delay of the new version related to the Stalker 2 release? Nope. Why has Dead Air become so popular? General approach of development, we try to keep the bar. Yeah. Will there be translations into other languages? I'd love to. There is a translator, probably for the English version. How many new overalls will be added? So new outfits, I guess no. Will the same atmosphere of Dead Air remain, or will it remain something different or completely new? General approaches will not change. New music, so I'm gonna get copyrighted again. Is there music you wrote yourself? The title topic is ours. We make right sounds, okay? Do you have to wait for a long time for the change of seasons? The duration of the seasons will be indicated. Will the weapon breakdown system be changed somehow? The one that is implemented badly enough and the weapon can break at any time regardless of the condition? A crash bug has been fixed. The system will be slightly different. The weapon will have fixed breakages. Each weapon will have its own set of cons. I mean, it could use a bit of a rework, but I think that's the main feature that makes Dead Air different and more difficult. So if they change it too much, it's not going to be Dead Air anymore. Have you ever thought about some kind of leveling? I don't like character leveling. Okay. Will the zone of influence of the Freedom Group be expanded except for the Yans? But Those who miraculously escaped from the location of the marital warehouses could settle in the Technic Cemetery. What? There will be another place where there will be freedom. Okay. Transportation is a no. No new mutants is a no. There are no mutants, but we are doing something. Are there any quests for mysticism or something similar to this? I guess no. Will there be an emphasis on the weapon pack, animations, body kits? Great emphasis has been made, okay? Will new anomalies, clusters of anomalies appear, and will they not remain tied to specific points? There will be dynamic and anomaly left. Yeah, I guess that's just the usual. Will our character ever wash his hands? Yeah, the hands are clean now. There will be new tracks. 1.0 guide is a yes if someone wants to create it, I guess. Will the shovel remain? Yeah, added functionality. The name was thought up at the last moment, so Dead-Air just got his name like that. Did you make locations and models based on the excellent Stalker 2? Made a farm in the hollow. Well, what do you plan after the release of Dead-Air? Relax. Why did you choose the Call of Chernobyl platform? Good potential. In version 1.0 only Cordon has been redesigned, or has work been done on the locations as well? So we already know that. Do you change your hands? The hands have been changed completely apparently. Does the length of the day depend on the season, like it dawned later in winter, early in summer and so on? That's planned. Do you plan to replace the weapons models with newer ones for the new version of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, for example? There will be their own. Let's take some and change. So I guess they will take some and implement them in the way they see fit. Okay. How do you feel about Stalker anomaly? No. Nothing too interesting here. Will there be interesting places in the new locations? Yes. That's a very comprehensive answer. I guess we covered most of the stuff here that was actually interesting. Oh, will there be puzzles in the zone? Opening doors and keys to them, we hide them well, so there will be some locked doors and keys to find. Oh, artifacts. Have you implemented something new in that regard? No work was carried out. Arranged at the current stage. The rebalancing was carried out. There will be no cooking. What? There will be no cooking? That can't be right. I think that's a mistranslation. Okay. How do you like area? What's the best thing about anomaly? General level of quality and stability. Great. I guess that's it. Final message to the players from the developers of Dead-Air. Thanks for the wait, patience, and support. We will try our best. Wait, it will be. We will do everything in our power. Okay, so there's another thing I want to show off. There are some screenshots that have been released, so let's go through them quite a bit fast. And lightning looks pretty cool. It looks, well, it looks okay, I would say. Look at this. How did that happen? It almost looks like there's a skeleton on the up there. Is that like something of a Halloween joke? Okay, this looks a bit different now. I don't know if I really like it, but it's really dark. It's dark and green, that's about it. You know what this reminds me of? Doom 3 for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but this somehow reminds me of Doom. Okay, we know this place. Well, what can I say? I generally like the feel of it. But it's nothing groundbreaking, and well, you shouldn't really expect anything groundbreaking from a mod like this when it comes to the graphics department, at least. They did some cool stuff with the last version of Dead-Air that was like the flares and stuff like that, but you know, that's about it. So that's the news, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. So it's just a bit of a heads up on Dead-Air, and I'll see you guys later.